Hey guys, I'm just Genshin. Welcome back to more Genshin and Chill. No updates? It's just loading data. That's not an update. Hello. I'm playing some Genshin today. I've managed to peel myself away from Pokemon Legends Arceus for a brief moment to bring you guys another Genshin and Chill episode. I promise we'll probably have something... Sorry. I mean, if you've been watching the episodes, you know I've had a nasty cough for... Hey, look, I'm right here about to do my dailies. Let's do it. If you've been watching the epis, you know I've had a gross cough for like a couple of weeks now. It's gotten really bad over this past weekend, and I don't know why it's doing that, considering I haven't left the house in like 10 days. So I have, other than to pick up some Chinese food on Friday. So I don't know why it's trying to murder me, but it absolutely is. Hello, Zhudong. I'm here to help you with some gourmet cooking soup or something like that. Yeah, I don't know why the cough won't go away. It's driving me absolutely nuts, though. I'm down in Dayquil like my life depends on it, and gotta tell you, it's not working. Probably should go get a COVID test, but I don't want to leave the house. I see memes all the time, or at least things on Twitter or TikTok, that say things along the lines of, if you didn't have COVID when you went to go get your COVID test, you're most certainly gonna get... Wait, sorry, what do I need to do? Do I win? What do you need from me, sire? Do I win? We lose! Cook faster, you loser! Stir! Go! I'm helpless. I'm just watching bars go up. This is like me waiting for my copy of Legends Arceus to show up and then the bar goes backwards. Stir! Easy dub. Apologies if you can hear the tornado sirens in the background as well. It's just a test, I promise. Probably just a test. Probably not about to be sucked away. I can only hope. Yeah, I see a lot of memes that are like, if you don't have COVID when you go to get your COVID test, you certainly are going to have it when you leave your COVID test, which totally makes sense. Like, logically, I get it. Because who are the people showing up to get COVID tested? Probably the people who either have COVID or COVID-like symptoms, which means you're putting yourself in harm's way, potentially, by going and getting tested. So it's a little bit of like a cruel catch-22 little irony. You think you may have COVID, so you go get tested for COVID. You may not have COVID, but by going to get tested for COVID, you've put yourself into contact with others who have COVID. Now you have COVID. That stinks. So, I wish the post office did that cool thing a couple weeks ago. You know, only like 2 years into the pandemic. Not trying to roast the US or anything, but like, you could have went a little faster. They finally announced that they were going to send 4 COVID tests to each household. Not per person, by the way, just per household. So if you have an average American household, which is like mom, dad, 2 kids, 2.5 kids, dog, whatever, you can each have 1 COVID test. Yes, thank you. So generous. Love it. Anyway, we signed up for our 4 free COVID tests, and they just never showed up. So I don't know if it's like again, my Pokemon Legends Arceus situation. They're in Texas for some reason right now instead. Maybe they'll get here eventually. I have no freaking idea, but I was kind of banking, sorry, enunciation, it's important. I was kind of banking on those showing up so that I didn't have to go get a COVID test in a place where I'm more likely to get COVID. But it's seeming like those may just never show up, so if the cough continues, I'm going to have to go get tested, which stinks. So hopefully I don't have COVID, and hopefully if I go get tested, I don't get COVID, because that would just be a cruel twist of fate. It's a cruel twist of fate at all that I'm coughing a lung up when I haven't left the house in like 10 plus days. I've been, especially since Christmas, I've been like mega... I've only gone back to the office one single time. I've been mega social distancing, masking, whatever, the one time every 2 weeks. I think I've gone grocery shopping twice since New Year's. And I've maybe gone to get fast food or Chinese food like 3 times since New Year's. And so I've like interacted with the public 5 times in 40 days,
Can't catch me.
and I'm freaking feeling like garbage. Like, what's the point? What's the dang point? This is not me turning into an anti-vaxxer live on camera. I can promise you that. But it is like, it's a little bit of a cruel twist of fate that I'm doing everything right and I'm still sick. It's also possible, I'm not pointing fingers, Maria does still go to school every day with a bunch of petri dish snot-nosed brats. Sorry, children are the gift of America or something like that. She does go sit in a petri dish known as a American school system for 6 hours a day, 7 hours a day, however long the school day is, and then come home. So it is entirely possible that even though I've done everything I can to protect myself, it is possible that Maria one day came home with a lovely gift wrapped bow on top from a small child in the form of a cold. It's also very possible, let's be honest, that I'm just being a big old baby and that it's just a cough and I should get over it. I don't have any other symptoms. This coffee, I taste it just fine. Tastes delicious. Actually tastes kind of gross. Oops, I did not want to use Sayu in here. I don't think we can beat this lady without Kokomi, so I'm going to switch. I actually splurged a little bit this past week. We knew there was a big snowstorm coming, so I got myself some fancy, what do you call it? Some fancy coffee creamer for the first time in a while. Some delicious Cinnabon cinnamon roll flavored coffee creamer. It's like cinnamon with like a hint of cream cheese frosting. So dang good. That is now gone, unfortunately. We used the rest of it this morning. And by we, I mean Maria, leaving me to use the gross bargain brand Aldi coffee creamer, which usually gets the job done, but I gotta be honest, after you've been splurging on fancy name brand coffee creamer flavors for the week, going back to the bargain bin, and don't get me wrong, it's like the name brand stuff is like $3 for a bottle of coffee creamer. The Aldi stuff is like $1.20 for the same size. So like, the difference in quality probably isn't enough to justify that great difference in price. But my goodness, it tastes like I'm drinking poison. No, it still tastes fine, but it does not taste. I miss the delicious cream cheese frosting. But yeah, I got taste and smell. We're doing fine. I got a little sniffles. I'm tired. I be sleeping all the dang time. I don't really know what that's about. And I got a cough that feels like there's a small demon trapped inside of my lungs. That I don't really know when that's gonna go away either. I hope the answer is very soon. But like, other than that, not a single symptom. Like I said, been chugging Dayquil, NyQuil, they're not helping. So I got no idea what's going on, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, all I can tell you is that whatever I have, the cure for it, if the cure for it was Pokemon Legends Arceus, I would have found out by now, because I think I described last time my whole Legends Arceus saga and why I will never do a delivery pre-order again. I'm just gonna go not be lazy and pick it up in the future. The irony of that video that came out, I think is that Friday? I think it was on Friday. The irony of that video is that literally as soon as I was editing that video and like I was in Premiere Pro and I clicked publish or clicked export, I got an alert on my phone that said your package has been delivered, and I was like, what, excuse me? I got no update saying that it was out for delivery. It just shows up on my doorstep. And so I thought it was like wrong. I was like, if this is a lie, this is my 13th reason. Thankfully, was not a lie. I went outside and there, sitting on the 12 inches of snow sitting on my front porch, a package that looked like it had been to hell and back. Don't break me, don't hurt me, don't hurt me. The package looked like it had seen better days. It was like, it was browned in several spots, looked like it had been stepped on. Oh, annoying attack. Looked like it had been stepped on and it did not ask for it. Multiple times, tattered, ripped corners, but inside of the package, an impeccable copy of Pokemon Legends Arceus. So that's very exciting, and I have, you know what, let's actually, I'm gonna load it up right now. I said I wasn't going to today because I work from home today. And I know that if I turn it on, I'll tell my employers, but I ain't getting doodly squat done today. But let's at least, I just want to see. So I got it on Friday afternoon, probably around 5. I didn't play it that much Friday because I'm still hooked on Ocarina of Time, and I wanted to finish. I was halfway through the final dungeon, the light dungeon, the Spirit Temple, whatever it's called, in Ocarina of Time, and I wanted to finish that first. No, not good. I wanted to finish that first before I started Legends Arceus. And Maria had D&D that night, and she wanted to see some Legends Arceus gameplay, so I held off for I think I may have gotten through the tutorial on Friday, but that was about it. Okay, let me look. I'm just curious. I'm just going to go to my Switch history, and I just want to see how many hours I've put in. I just want to see how many hours that I've put into Legends Arceus in 2 days. Saturday and Sunday. Those were really the only days I played it, and I will be honest, I basically played it non-stop for those days. So let me just quickly go to my name, Josh's page. Yes, that's me. Profile? Play activity, Pokemon Legends Arceus, first played 3 days ago. It doesn't tell me how many hours. Doesn't tell me how many hours. It just says first played 3 days ago. Okay, we'll check back. It doesn't say my time yet. I think maybe you have to play for like a week before it'll tell you. As soon as I have some information for you regarding how much time I played Legends Arceus, I will, don't worry, I will clue you in. And it's going to be disgusting and it's going to be hilarious. But yeah, I essentially played yesterday for...
This opportunity is quite hard to come by.
I haven't had a game, like, don't get me wrong, I've had a lot of fun with Ocarina of Time. That's been a great game. But I was like always looking forward to playing Legend. Whoa, don't kill me. He almost murdered himself. That's some sort of psychological statement, I think. Like, I was pretty pogged about Ocarina of Time. Like, when I woke up every morning, I was like, cool, I'm gonna play Ocarina of Time today. And that means it's gonna be a fun time. I haven't been this level of excited to play a game to the point where I love to sleep. I'm a huge proponent of sleeping. I do it quite often. And I usually, especially on the weekends, if I'm up before noon, it's shocking. Legends Arceus has me to the point where on both last night and Saturday night, so Saturday night, played all day, stayed up till 2 a.m. playing it, went to bed, set an alarm for 7:30 in the morning, which is usually an insta-snooze. You give me an alarm for 7:30 even on a work day, that's getting snoozed at least once or twice. I freaking got up, got straight out of bed, put on pants, went straight into my room, turned on Legends Arceus. I haven't been like that level of excited for a game or enjoying a game in I can't think of the last game. Even when that was very nice of you. Even when I got mega addicted to Genshin in the early days of Genshin, like when I first started back in like November 2020. Even when I was like at the height of my, like, I gotta catch up to all of my friends who've been playing Genshin for a while, I gotta crank through all the story content, I still was not this level of excited. This is a level of excitement that I haven't felt about a game in a long time. And it's warranted, so I think the game's very good. I am close to beating the main story, I think. I've finished, I think there's 5 maps, unless there's like a secret map that I haven't discovered yet. Could be good if that rolls crit. We'll try it. Ooh, a belay. Let's go. I believe, unless there is like a secret 6th map. So there's 5 like big bosses. I think they call them lords. I believe they call them lords in the game. I have defeated the 5 lords, and now I'm in like the... I'm assuming it's like end game big final boss thing coming up. The sky's gone all dark and wonky, and I think I'm on my way to the final boss. I don't want to say too much because spoilers, but if you've played, you know what I'm talking about then. Let me see. Animo damage. Animo. Pyro? Not good. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. My apologies. Where's my animo? Was it actually glad? It was glad. Okay, yo, if this is actual an on-piece goblet, if you want to give me crit damage on this bad boy, this might actually be a pretty good, okay, never mind. It will go straight to the dumpster. I changed my mind. Anyway, so yeah, I've made it pretty far into the game. I've heard there's some crazy stuff that goes on post-game. I don't have enough resin. Frick. We'll use one of these. I'd like to do at least one more boss. I'm gonna do that one off camera because he takes forever with my Ito team, so I'm not gonna make you guys suffer. But yeah, I'm pretty far along through the game. I've got a good feel of the general gameplay loop. Assuming the end game doesn't completely flip-flop the gameplay, I don't see how they could possibly ruin what they've done so far, and I gotta be honest, I feel like they nailed it. I've got some gripes with the game, don't get me wrong. And I know I'm like the ultimate Pokemon stan. They could put out, and sometimes do consistently put out absolute trash, and I will buy both copies of the absolute trash. However, I don't think that is the case here in the slightest. I think this is not that Pokemon has grown stale. I've seen a lot of people describing it as stale. However, they certainly haven't done much to iterate or improve on the formula in a long time. I think that would be fair. That wasn't very nice of you. I think that would certainly be fair to say. This feels like a really good step in the right direction for where... I don't think we can beat this guy. Kokomi, you're gonna have to pog out of your gourd. It's all you, Kokomi. Yeah, it's not enough. This feels like a very good step in the right direction in terms of like iterating on the Pokemon formula and like what an open world. I won't even say it's an open world game. There's segmented levels. Like you go to the level almost like Pokemon Snap style. It's open world once you get into those levels, but it's still not quite to the level of open worldness that maybe I was originally thinking that it would be. Kind of like your normal Pokemon map where everything is open and connected and you can just go to everything. It's open world within these like small subsections, which feels really good. I think the next step is to then just make the whole game in that style. Like you can just go everywhere on any map. They're all connected, etc. Obviously, like most of the gripes I have with the game are purely aesthetic at this point. If you've seen screenshots of the game, it looks pretty rough, which is shocking considering it comes from Nintendo and Pokemon is the #1 media grossing franchise of all time. It is a little jarring at times to be playing and be like, this is N64 level graphics. Not even like GameCube or Wii. This looks like it came straight off the N64, and I would know because your boy's been playing freaking, whoa, nice drop. Your boy's been playing freaking Ocarina of Time, and there's some trees and some backgrounds in Legends Arceus that look like they pulled them straight from Kakariko Village. Let's do... What artifact set do we want to farm for? Let's just... let's get wild with it, dude. Let's farm for Viridescent Venerer. I haven't farmed for VV in a dang long time. Let's try it. But yeah, other than, like, they have the money. They could hire... There's some parts of the game, like, particularly cutscenes, that look gorgeous. And I don't know if it's a matter of lack of time or what it is, like they wanted to push the game out quickly. Some of the general environments could certainly use a bit of polish. If we could get the art team from Pokemon Snap, the new Pokemon Snap, with the game design team from Legends Arceus, we'd have an absolute slapper of a game on our hands, like a perfect game. Here's my opinion though. I was talking to Maria about this the other day. I would so much rather play, like there's a dichotomy. If you wanna bisect games and what makes a good game, or at least qualities of a good game, into two categories, which is a little simplified to be honest, but humor me. If you put two totems up, okay, just I can't move, I guess. If you put two totems up, and one of those totems was like a Venn diagram, let's say. If you had a Venn diagram, and on the left side of the Venn diagram it was good gameplay, and on the right side of the Venn diagram it was good graphics. So let's pretend those are the only two elements of a good game. It's or of games in general. It's not, but let's pretend. Obviously, a masterpiece would fall in the middle. Good graphics and good art, good graphics, and great gameplay. That's your Hollow Knights. Those land in the middle. On the left side, you son of a gun. On the left side, if you had games with great gameplay but bad graphics, I would still play them. I think you still have a quality. What the heck is this feather? I think you still have a quality product there. Great, fun, addicting gameplay, bad graphics. That's where Legends Arceus is falling for me right now. Of course it goes, ooh, it went to crit, I thought it went to HP. That's where Legends Arceus is falling for me right now. More crit rate, more. On the right side, if you had games that have stunning graphics, but boring gameplay, to me, that's almost unplayable. Like, I don't even care how stunningly beautiful, gorgeous the game is. If the gameplay is bad, this artifact is bonkers. What's happening? 12.8% crit rate. To me, that's borderline unplayable. So I'm happy that Legends Arceus, if it had to stink in one category, I'm happy that the category is graphics rather than gameplay. Because if the gameplay was bad, I wouldn't be staying up until 2 a.m. playing it. However, yeah, I mean, they nailed... What is this artifact? Are you kidding me? Every roll into crit rate? We gotta 20 it, right? We gotta send it to 20. Just to see what could happen. We gotta send it to 20. Let's send it to 20 just to see what could happen. I can't believe this, to be honest with you. This is an insane artifact. This is a ridiculous artifact. Let's get it to 20. But yeah, so I'm like really enjoying it. If I have any gripes, they've definitely like the focus of Legends Arceus is very much on catching Pokemon rather than battling Pokemon, which is fine. I do think in the normal Pokemon games, Pokemon battles can sometimes, especially like the random, you're just trying to like get through the forest and Timmy is like, I have 6 Rattata, get ready to fight. Those get just borderline tedious. However, so they've like, there's way less battles. Like I'm towards, we got 1 into HP. However, it's a bonkers artifact. 16.3%. Ganyu, what are you on right now? Ganyu, what flower? Was that a feather or flower? Was that a feather or flower? Is that a flower? Was that a feather? Am I? Yeah. What do you? Oh. Well. Yeah, that one's better. 30% crit damage, 6.3% crit rate. However, if any other character in the future needs a little crit rate, or maybe if we ever switch you over to a crit damage circlet, 16% crit rate here is pretty nice. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I think they definitely put a lot less focus on battling. I'm towards the end of the game, and I think I've maybe done like 10 trainer battles. I think I've done 10 trainer battles up to this point, which is a little ridiculous, to be honest with you. And I do miss some of the like big, like even in those battles, the most Pokemon that a trainer has ever had, and I'm about to beat the game, the most Pokemon that a trainer has ever had is 3. So, I mean, clearly, like, Pokemon battles weren't meant to be a huge portion of the gameplay. They really wanted to focus more on the catching, exploration, filling out your Pokedex, and they nailed it. I do miss... Okay, Ningguang, you be getting bodied today. I'm not gonna lie. You got to work on that. No, I would rather not get you going is the thing. She's got going. She got going. I miss a lot of the battling aspects. So if I had a gripe about any gameplay, I hope in future iterations, it'd be cool if they brought some of that stuff back. I will say the nice thing about having less of a what do you want to call it? A focus on battling is it doesn't really matter what Pokemon I have in my team because I don't really struggle against any battles. So I've like switched up my team more in this playthrough than I have in like literally any playthrough of any Pokemon game I've ever done. You piece. I'm looking for new Kazuha pieces. I have like a workable Kazuha set, but I would love some better Kazuha pieces eventually. I just hate farming this domain because Maiden's Beloved is just so unbelievably worthless. Yeah, I've switched my party up like probably like 24 times over the course of my playthrough. I think I finally have a team of 6 that I'm really enjoying using right now. But again, you don't really use them. Like sometimes you'll fight the wild Pokemon, but you don't really do trainer battles, so your team doesn't really matter to some extent. Which is nice, and since there's such an emphasis on like filling out the Pokedex and catching Pokemon, it makes me actually like want to use tons of different Pokemon, which is kind of a nice little change for a Pokemon game, I think. Usually I know going into a Pokemon game who my team's gonna be, and like those are the only 6 Pokemon that I use over the course of the entire thing. So it's nice seeing some new faces get to shine. There's new Pokemon as well. I do think some of the designs of the new Pokemon are an absolute travesty, but some of them are really, really good. So a little bit of a mixed bag regarding the new Pokemon. But overall, I'd say I'm pretty neutral to it. Just like the most disgusting. Just the most disgusting artifacts I've ever seen in my adult life. Yeah, you know, once I beat the post-game, I'm sure I will have more thoughts on Pokemon Legends Arceus. I was hoping this would give us enough time to do another one of these things, but it did not. So I think I will end it here. I'll have many more thoughts on Pokemon Legends Arceus. I got many more hours to put into that game, but so far it is a smash. And if you're considering getting it, I highly recommend you do. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider showing some support down below. Liking, commenting, subscribing, all help out a tremendous deal. Share with your grandmother as always. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.